Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's third video. So going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. So today's third video, which can take us, state time will take us around the 17th of August. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that, the extended GFS and ECM ensembles running to around a couple of weeks. And we'll have a look at CFS-V2 at the end of the video for September. Have a look at CFS for September at the end of the video. So, been a busy day today. First video release was the European Outlook, and also we've done January Friday as well. So it's on a Friday month ahead look at. Have a look at those two videos when you have done with this one. So, it's been a very hot afternoon again down in the southeastern part of the country. The reason this video is a little bit delayed is that I've been waiting to see how high the temperatures are going to get. I think this is as high as they're going to get, 36, but something unexpected could happen in these situations. It's always a possibility. So you'll be watching this in around an hour after I've finished recording it. And if 37 has been recorded somewhere or other, then don't be overly surprised. But at the moment, 35 to 36 has been the hottest that, that I've seen recorded. And we'll go through those observations very shortly. So yeah, just to say that tomorrow we're going to have a very busy day as well, because we could hit 37 again tomorrow. So down in the far southeast. So tomorrow's 10 to 14 day will probably be quite delayed as well tomorrow. So it's very tricky with these very hot afternoons where you hang on, see how high the temperatures are getting. But so yes, tomorrow's 10 to 14 day could be a little bit delayed also. Right, so let's have a look at these observations then. So 36 has been as high as the temperature has gone so far at XC Weather. So we've got 36 flashing away there at Northolt. Going down to London Heathrow, it's at 35. Heathrow has also been at 36 through this afternoon. I haven't not seen 37 recorded anywhere so far. It's possible one of these 36s might get rounded up to 37 though, so that is always a possibility. But at this stage, 36 is as high as I've seen on these observational charts. This is as of 1608, so there shouldn't be all that much more time for this to go up any further. It should start to tick down a little bit from here on. Andrewsfield at 34 as well. Stansted is at 34. Cambridge, I don't know if this is the Botanical Gardens, but Cambridge is at 35. Also, we've got Lakenheath at 34. And moving north up towards Marham, it's 33 there and 34 at Norwich. So in that southeast corner, it has been exceptionally hot through today. I have to say, where I am in Northamptonshire, it has not been anywhere near as hot as it was last Friday. Nowhere near. But even so, pretty warm. I mean, Church Lawford is at 30. So yeah, I've been hovering around 30 degrees. To Western Aerodrome at 32, Cranfield at 31, Wittering at 32, East Midlands at 28. So the Midlands is kind of like hovering around 30 around where I am, but that's several degrees short of where it was last Friday. I mean, going further northwest, it's been a lot cooler. Shawbury at 29. I mean, going over into Wales, we've got Cabell Currig at just 21. You know, down to Sennybridge, 24 degrees there. Liverpool is at 22, Real is at 22 as well. Into northern England, Leeds is at 26. These temperatures are significantly lower than they were last Friday. Teesside at 26, moving northwards. Albemarle is at 24, and then going further northwards still. Edinburgh at 24, Abbeymoor at 22, Wick at 21, I mean down into Northern Ireland, Belfast. Belfast is been at 18, turning down to southwest. 20 degrees at Newquay. So the heat is virtually as extreme as it was last Friday, but just around a degree or so lower, and much more restricted, really, or a lot more restricted down to the extreme southeastern corner. That said, it has been very warm through most places today, really hot in the southeast, and of course it's going to extend out several more days. So last Friday was just a one-day wonder, but this is actually going to go on for several days. I'm keeping a close eye on the UK Met Office Twitter account, because they will tweet what the highest temperature was today. Still nothing from them yet, so I'll be keeping a close eye on that. We may go back to there. We may go back to the UK Met Office Twitter account later on at the end of the video. They are suggesting, though, that 37 is possible again for London tomorrow. So even if we was a little bit shy of 37 today, 37, 99 to 100 Fahrenheit is still possible somewhere like central London tomorrow, with 36 on Sunday. So it has been a very hot afternoon, of course. Right, we've also got risk of thunderstorms as well, coming up early next week. So we've got some weather alerts being issued by the UK Met for Monday and for Tuesday. Let's just have a quick look at those. So this is for Monday. The whole of the UK is in a yellow warning for thunderstorms on Monday. Let's see what they're saying. They're saying some place, and this is going to be valid from midnight Monday to midnight Tuesday. They're saying some places are likely to see severe thunderstorms early next week, but there is significant uncertainty in the location and the timing. Also, let's go to Tuesday. So there's also a UK-wide thunderstorm warning for Tuesday as well. Let's click that. That is from midnight Tuesday to midnight Wednesday. Saying some places are likely to see severe thunderstorms early next week, but there is significant uncertainty in the location and the timing. So at the moment, just like a general warning covering the whole of the UK for Monday and for Tuesday for severe thunderstorms, but we've got to wait a little bit longer for the detail to be firmed up on with that. Expect to see Stormwatch probably on Monday. I think I'll probably use Stormwatch as the first video upload on Monday. It's very, very likely that I will. Right, these are the upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles from a GFS model for the next couple of weeks for London from West Central. So red light is 30-year upper air temperature average, starting off very, very hot at the moment. We're close to 20 degrees at 850 HPA again. And yes, we're going to have more hot days to come through next week. The temperature will only very, very gradually subside, but as we get through to the middle of August, then we're back close to average with the upper air temperatures. We return close to average by the end of next week. It takes most of next week to cool down in the southeast, but we do eventually get back to average. And then after that, as we go into the second half of August, just looks quite close to or a little bit warmer than average. Possibly another little push of heat showing up around there, which is like the 20th of August, because that's a really long way. Precipitation-wise, a growing risk of thunderstorms over the coming days. So just low risk, I think, over weekend. There will probably be storms around over weekend, but a relatively low risk in any one location. But certainly by next week, the risk of storms is pretty great, and especially so sort of around the middle of next week. That's where we could be at the peak risk of severe thunderstorms around the middle of next week, where there are a lot of precipitation spikes. After that, it actually goes quite a lot drier, actually, as we go into the third week of August. The third week of August looking quite a lot drier then, with cooler temperatures. Temperature anomalies on the 7th to 15th of August, hotter than average. Going to be a significantly warmer than average week coming up. And precipitation anomalies are looking drier than average too. As we go further towards next week with these anomaly charts, expect them to start trending wetter. This is how the latest wind flow chart is looking from earthnullschool.net, showing us that low pressure is being pushed northwards along with the jet stream. There it is, low pressure being pushed northwards with the jet stream, as well as heights are rising to our south and southeast. And of course, that's what's dragging up these very warm and hot southerly winds, and that's bringing the air all the way up from ultimately North Africa. Right, so this is how the UK Met is looking for Monday. High pressure dominates to our north and northeast on Monday. There's a trough developing across many western parts of Europe. And so this is where the increasing risk of thunderstorms will be coming from. And this continues and gets more pronounced, because next week, this Wednesday, they have got quite a nice defined trough of low pressure there across particularly England and Wales, bringing a risk of big thunderstorms. Still very warm up to that point. It actually forms an area of low pressure by Thursday, and by Thursday that low pressure is sitting in the North Sea, and it'll be as that low pressure clears that we'll start to allow this cooler air to come in from the North Atlantic, and so by the second half of next week, temperatures should be cooling down even into the southeastern corner. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking. So again, we've got this thundery trough beginning to develop within the heat and humidity on Monday, and that continues into the middle part of next week as well. So the detail on this is to be determined. There will be big thunderstorms around next week, but where they are, how many of them there are, is to be determined. By sort of the second half of next week, this is like 6 o'clock in the morning Friday, we're pushing that thundery trough and all the heat and humidity clearing away, and we're turning the wind into a cooler west-northwesterly. Temperatures will drop across the board through the second half of next week. However, it remains relatively settled. High pressure will be ridging in from the southwest again. As we move up towards day 10, we're actually under an area of high pressure again. Within a cooler, fresher air mass, it'll be very, very pleasant actually with that. Temperature probably around mid-20s Celsius, low humidity, nice fresh nights. That should be really, really nice spell of weather if it comes off. That's day 10, Monday the 17th of August. In more extended range, that high pressure sticks around for a few more days, but then right at the very end of a GFS run, it starts to turn a lot cooler and a lot more unsettled as low pressure begins to dive in from the northwest. So yes, it starts to turn significantly cooler and significantly more unsettled as we get to the end of the GFS run, which is Friday 21st of August. Dare I say it, slight hints of autumn there, but of course that's 2 weeks away, so isn't to be relied upon. GEM looks like that, so again a thundery trough developing to our south-southeast through the course of next week, forms an area of low pressure, thundery area of low pressure, moving up from the south around the middle part of the week. Then all that thundery stuff sort of clears away, and we freshen up the air as we bring winds in from the north and from west too. ECM looks like that, so again it looks hot and thundery through the early part of next week, turning increasingly thundery through the course of next week, through the middle of next week. And then that thundery weather clearing away to our east, winds turning into the west and the northwest, becomes much cooler and fresher, but still with a lot of high pressure domination. So move up towards day 10, and we're under an area of high pressure. We have lowered the humidity, cleared away the heat, so temperatures probably in mid-20s Celsius, back to sunshine, low humidity, nice fresh sort of nights. That will be a lovely spell of weather there around the middle part of August. Temperatures are looking like this with that ECM run. So again, very hot down in the southeast today. Tonight's going to be so warm in the southeast corner, holding up above 20 degrees. And so tomorrow could be equally as hot in the extreme south and southeast as today. Maybe even hotter, who knows, but certainly going to be another very hot day tomorrow down in the extreme southeast. Another hot day is likely on Sunday too, and then it's going to the early part of next week. We just keep temperature hovering then around the 30-degree mark, much of England and Wales through the early part of next week, but there will be those growing risks of thunderstorms. Later next week, the temperatures start to fall, temperatures start to cool down, so we lose those deep red colours that are keeping the temperatures around 30 degrees, and we shift more towards the orange. You're kind of like mid-20s Celsius, so still very warm even into the second half next week, but certainly cooler and fresher, and particularly so and particularly notable at night as well, where we go into those pale yellow colours, which is temperatures down into the low teens Celsius, much more comfortable. The rainfall forecast for that ECM run looks like this. Showery rain in the northwest today, but otherwise a lot of dry weather. There has been a few showers down in the south. Tomorrow we could spark off some thunderstorms across Wales and northern England as well, and they could rumble on into Sunday morning. So the weekend should be mostly dry though. What storms there are mainly out in the west. So there will be storms around over the weekend, but they should be quite hit and miss. By the early part of next week, the storms do start to get much more widespread. Look at this, it's the 11th. This is the night of the 10th to the 11th, and widespread storms and downpours across the country. Some torrential rain mixed in with that. More storms developing as we go through and towards the middle part of next week as well, particularly this time more towards the south and the southeast. So there's going to be some big rain around next week, torrential rain and thunderstorms and lightning through the early and middle part of next week. But all of that will clear away in the second half of next week. The air will freshen up and it'll become drier under that area of high pressure, but also will feel much fresher as well. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 17th of August via the Icelandic Met Office. We have 11 members of the ECM ensembles, including the operational run, that's the one we've just been looking at, with high pressure sitting pretty much over the country and bringing in nice fresh air from the west too. 11 with high pressure to our north and northeast, so again it's going to be mainly dry and anticyclonic. 9 with high pressure up here and bringing in winds from the east. 7 with a trough of low pressure to our east, that's going to be a cooler, more unsettled option. Another 7 just here with high pressure further north and low pressure trying to move up from the south. That one could be a bit thundering. And then 6 with high pressure more or less over the country. Most of those options seem to involve high pressure dominating. They seem to involve high pressure dominating at day 10, but it is a cooler, fresher ridge compared to one we've got right now. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that I've got. This 22nd of August, I have 11 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure just to our east, and we're bringing up the winds from a southerly direction. That could be back to quite warm weather. 10 with low pressure over and to the east of the country. They're bringing in winds from west. They're more unsettled. Number 10 just here with a trough of low pressure over the country and some northern blocking. That's going to be unsettled too. 8 down here with high pressure over the country. That could be more settled option. 7 with low pressure to the north and high pressure to the south, and then 5 with high pressure sat over top of the country. So all options are on the table in 2 weeks' time. We could either be unsettled or settled, and the possibilities do look quite balanced really between those two options. Finally, CFSV2 for September. This is with 700 millibar high predominantly for September, showing low pressure to the north, high pressure to the west-southwest, bringing in winds from a westerly direction. It looks pretty typical that for September. Could be a little bit on the unsettled side in the north. Most settled weather will be down in the south. The temperature anomaly is close to average or a little bit above, and no particular signal for precipitation for September. That all looks very, very typical for September. Let's just go back to the UK Met Twitter account, see if there's been any updates on today's hottest temperatures. No, not yet. So we're thinking, here we go. So it's been a very hot in the southeast this afternoon with temperatures widely above 30 Celsius. Heathrow, let's close on this. Heathrow and Kew Gardens have now reached 36.4, making it the hottest August day since 2003. Hashtag UK Heatwave. So 36 looks like it's been the maximum today. It's possible somewhere might go up to 37. But either way, it's been a very, very hot day. Hottest August day since 2003. And we do it all over again, potentially tomorrow. We're going to do it all over again, potentially tomorrow. So look at that. 36.4, hottest August day since 2003. And we're going to do it all over again tomorrow, and it may be even hotter, who knows. So, there we go. Tomorrow, we've got weekend forecast coming up. Another 10 to 14 day video update as well. Sunday, we'll have autumn analogues. We'll have GavsWeatherVids study round. And we're going to be live streaming from 6 o'clock on Sunday. So, a lot going on. Keep checking back to all of the updates, and we'll keep you informed about these hot temperatures. But for now, that is all for now. And thank you so much for watching.